All right, guys, wanted to talk about a very important thing that keeps coming up in my life and my career, especially now that we're getting back to seeing each other more in person. Folks bring up some injury to me. I had a specific example earlier today. Heard this fella talk about his orthopedist he saw who did recommend physical therapy. His first question to me is, do you take my insurance? Which I very much understand the question. When I told him my pricing, he said, I cannot afford you. I pushed back, and sorry for the skateboarders out here in Boulder. I pushed back a little bit, and again, I don't want to dive into people's personal finances and things like that. But at the end of the day, my goal and the reason I've shifted what I do is to save you money, is to save you time, is to save you pain and chronic issues that can develop and really get to the heart of what we're talking about. I really believe that the way I work will in fact empower you to deal with the current issue, whether it's a rotator cuff inflammation or whatever it is, and then avoid further possible implications from that, including surgery and things like that. But forgetting all that, let's look at the simple math of it. Okay, if you go to an insurance-based physical therapist, I'm gonna say the copay that you are required to pay is probably gonna be between, sometimes it's $0, and hey, Lexi's there, she's excited about this topic. Sometimes it's $50, and I've seen them going up, especially as insurance companies are cutting reimbursement rates for the clinician and things like that. So I think it's important that we understand everyone's gonna be different. You can do the math on this, but most, so somebody like that with a rotator cuff inflammation, he might have to go twice a week for, let's say, 6 weeks. Okay, there's a natural healing process that's going to happen there. So even if you don't go, I'm not saying physical therapy is a waste of time, but let's skip over that part too. Maybe we'll talk about that another time. But twice a week times 6 weeks, and let's say the average copay is $25. Okay, so 12 sessions times $25, that's $300. Okay. I think if you invested $400 with me, so a little bit more, let's just say the simple math, right? We can talk about what that gets you in terms of, you might see me for 2 hours, and then on top of that, we might be able to put together, where I think the real magic is, an online kind of checking in daily. Hey, did you do your pec release, right? And we want to stay on top of that. We want to make sure you're doing that 5 minutes every day, right? It's not just, here's your exercise, I hope you do them. It's, you get an email from me, which is automated, but then I get the response of, cool, I did this today, Tuesday, I didn't do this. What happened? Is there a way we can work that out? Is there something we can do even if you're in the car? Maybe you can do this stretch out, so we're improving in the direction we want to go, rather than, again, wasting a lot of time. I am anti-time wasting. I want to find efficient ways to help you getting better. So does Lexi. Hey, I can't reach. How far? She's all the way back there. Okay. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense. If, again, you have health insurance, I totally understand wanting to use it, but it's kind of a system that we get caught up in rather than necessarily looking at the best option. And again, I personally only have insurance for the really significant things, like I got COVID and had pneumonia. And so the insurance we have really helped kind of mitigate those costs where they could have been much worse, and that's the system we live in. But when it comes to long-term investment in your own health, the term I use here is, this is a physical retirement plan. So just like you might put money aside in a savings account, a Roth IRA, 401k, consider investing in, not me necessarily specifically, but somebody who, like me, is going to help you with nutrition, with mobility practices, a movement practice, dealing with your injury, but also nutrition, sleep, stress, even connecting you with someone like my wife who can then help you with your relationships, because all of these things play together. If we're not addressing it all, I think, again, we're leaving money on the table. We're never getting to the root cause. So without going too far down any one rabbit hole, I'm happy to talk about any of these concepts if you're interested. If you want to work with someone like me, or you need someone in your local area, or you want to work virtually, feel free to reach out to me. Should have a lot of my contact details somewhere easy enough, or comment below and we'll connect. Okay, so have a great day, and stop wasting your time is my pitch to you. All right, have an awesome day. Get 1% better every single day. That's the goal.